What's good, Taurus? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tawny Michelle, and we are not all love, light, twin flames, and unicorns over here, so please keep that in mind. And welcome to your March 2021 horoscope and tarot reading. I hope you guys are doing well, and let's get into it. So, March is a very interesting month. In case you didn't see the all signs video that I did for March and where I talked about the astrology and all of the things that are happening kind of like on a date to date basis. But yeah, we have a lot going on, and it's going to be very interesting. And the biggest themes that I'm like feeling for you guys, Taurus, are really shaking something up. And I know that sounds kind of weird, and I honestly feel like you're doing the shaking this month. You need to do the shaking because we have all of this energy piled into your 11th house sector of Pisces, you know. And by the way, this is going to resonate more if you're a Taurus rising, but you may see or notice these themes if you're a Taurus sun or moon as well. But make sure to always watch your rising sign as well. So anyways, but we have all of these planets packed into Pisces, which is really putting a lot of focus on your dreams. Not just like not your actual dreams that you have when you go to sleep tonight, but what you dream about in terms of what you want out of life, you know, what you want out of the world, your ambitions, right? Like where your place in the world is, what would fulfill your life if, you know, if it happened, right? What would fulfill you? But also with Neptune and Venus and the sun, and then eventually Mercury in your 11th house sector, there's also tons of focus on groups, networking, friends, also receiving things. There could be some recognition that happens this month, Taurus, if you've been waiting for that in some area. There could also be possibly meeting new people or finding more like-minded people like yourself in some way as well. But basically, we are taking some of that kind of dense, heavy energy off. Well, not we, but the cosmos, you could say, are taking some of that heavy, dense energy off of your 10th house sector of career, authority figures, your future, your legacy, your goals, your achievements, where you feel like you need to be in life, you know. But also with Saturn there, it's kind of like taking its time, and you know, you feel like everything you're doing is just kind of hitting against this brick wall, you know, like everything you're doing is like no, 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 you know. And so it's taking some of that energy away, you know, thankfully this month. So it's going to feel a little bit lighter. You may feel like you can get a little bit more done. You may not feel as if you're constantly hitting brick walls this month. But also on the 3rd, we have Mars moving into Gemini, or the 4th, depending on where you are, the 3rd or 4th. We have Mars moving into Gemini, and it's moving late at night on the 3rd for me personally. So once it moves into Gemini, this is your 2nd house sector of resources, what you have, what you value, what you place value into, you know, your priorities, your assets, what you own, your money, all of these different things. So you're going to start noticing a massive motivation or focus towards those things, money, resources, etc. You may start getting into how to make money in different ways, in new ways. You know, you may try to form or start a new form or stream of income in some way as well over these next couple months, because Mars will be here, you know, through March and April. So you may really start, you know, getting motivated or having the drive to start finding new ways to work with your situation. And Mars is eventually going to trine Saturn in your 10th house sector, you know, more close to like mid-month, you could say. So you're going to start feeling motivation in certain ways to use what you have to somehow get your achievements or goals met, to somehow work towards what it is that you want for your future, which is really fucking awesome. So I think that you're probably going to feel a little bit better this month than you have the last couple months, in my opinion, depending on your own personal chart and all that, obviously. So yeah, that's going to be really interesting. The 3rd and 4th could be kind of a little bit all over the place for you. There could be some opposition or some kind of disagreements with some people around those days, but also on the 4th we have Mercury conjunct Jupiter, so I feel like whatever happens, you're able to kind of see the bigger picture. when Mercury conjuncts Jupiter on the 4th, you are literally going to be seeing, like, well, at least it's going to be coming into its conjunction. So around that time, all the way up until probably around the Pisces new moon, around the 12th or 13th, you're going to be noticing massive, massive insights about the bigger picture. You're going to start seeing things in a way, higher way, like from a higher perspective. You are going to be really thinking about the future. You may have some kind of insights or something that you're learning for a particular career or for some kind of goal or, you know, legacy that you want to leave behind, which is going to be really awesome. There may be some kind of good news that day to do with your career or your goals or your future. So that's going to be a really interesting time. So I'm definitely anxious to see kind of what happens there. Some other things that you want to watch out for this month, or things that seem too good to be true. I know that kind of doesn't go well with what I was just right after what I was just saying, but this is going to be more so in the friend department, networking department, you know, kind of ambition department, dream department. Things may be a little bit too good to be true around certain times this month, but all in all, I think that this is a really good time to let go, forgive, move on. This is a really good month to do those things and to kind of like, you know, just allow yourself to just be, really, you know, go with the flow a little bit more this month, Taurus. On the Pisces new moon, which is happening on the 12th or 13th, depending on where you are, you know, we are going to be having a massive, you know, kind of stellium basically in Pisces with the moon, Venus, Neptune, and the sun in Pisces, which for you, once again, is that 11th house sector. This is one of those times where something really amazing could happen, but there could also be something that's not necessarily clear or that could be too good to be true. So you want to watch out for that. Once again, your 11th house sectors is friends, networking, you know, groups of people, like-minded people, also where you feel like your place in the world is and your ambitions and all of that. So definitely watch out for that. And then on the 20th, we have the sun moving into the sign of Aries, which for you is your 12th house. So from about the 20th onward, you may start noticing more of a push or urge to go within, to kind of do your own thing or to take a break, to relax, to sleep. You know, this could also bring up some repressed stuff as well that you may have to deal with. Venus, your ruling planet, is going to be in the 12th as well. So this is going to be a really good time to kind of relax, take a break, chill for a few weeks while it's Aries season, you know, and just kind of like let loose, you know, don't be so uptight. Just do things that are easy, soft, that allow you to chill. And then on the 21st, we have Mars getting pretty close to coming into a conjunction with the North Node, not exact, but we will be feeling it around that time. So, and this is once again in your second house. You are going to have some kind of massive, massive drive to expand something with your finances, resources, assets, what you own. This could be a major purchase. This is definitely going to be some kind of massive drive around this time, probably starting around the 21st and on, probably for like the next, you know, 2 weeks, you're going to be feeling that. So then on the 24th, we have Venus, your ruling planet, coming into a conjunction with the sun in Pisces once again, which is your 11th house sector. A lot of focus on, you know, networking, friends, groups, also your goals and ambitions and all of that. So when Venus comes into conjunction with the sun, you could see some kind of feminine figure, leader, something like that kind of, or I'm sorry, well, it's going to be in Aries, never mind, sorry, looking at the wrong thing here. But it could still be some kind of feminine energy coming up here for some of you guys, but there could be something going on with possibly something from the past coming up or harmonizing something from the past around that time. So that's a way that this could kind of play out. And then also on the 28th, we have the Libra full moon. So your fellow Venus ruled sign happening. And so Libra for you is your 6th house sector of work, daily routines, your daily schedules, you know, your job, your coworkers, your health, your diet, the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, you know, also small pets, things like that. So the Libra full moon here is definitely bringing a focus to that area, to those themes for some reason or another, something that may need to be harmonized or balanced out. So those are the themes that you'll notice around that Libra full moon. So let's go ahead and get into it. Also, really quick, on the 29th of March, Mercury will be conjunct Neptune and Pisces in your 11th. So there may be some that kind of confusion happening around that time. Something that's not necessarily clear. There could be something like a story or something that's told that's not necessarily true. Watch out for that last day in March. So let's get into it. I know that was a lot, sorry, but so you guys have Pandora's gift, which is really interesting and really reminds me of Uranus in your first house sector. It's like, you know, this card is basically about, you know, Pandora opens the freaking box and, you know, all of this shit starts coming out. But really, you know, she gained so much from that. She gained so many lessons from that. And she really, the gift was she got to see her curiosity. You know, she got to kind of ease her curiosity. So basically, how you can take this card is, there's a lot of change going on for you guys right now, Taurus. Sorry about that. There's a lot of change going on. There's a lot of chaos and hectic things going on for you guys and really for a lot of people in the world in general. And, you know, some things are out of your control. Some things may not be, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, you know, however it started, whatever the cause was of it, doesn't really matter. It's more so, what are you going to do about it? And so this card is about turning on the light in a dark place. This card is about finding the gift in those dark changes. You know what I mean? Finding a way to, you know, look forward to something in this. You know what I mean? Finding a way to use the struggles or the chaos to your own benefit in some way, shape, or form, you know? And what this could look like was, you know, let's say that, I don't know, like you lose your job and, you know, once you allow yourself to accept that, like, okay, I've lost this job, what am I actually going to do now? Then you can actually start opening your mind to think, oh, well, I could do this thing that I've always wanted to do that I never could do because of that job. You know what I mean? And I get it, like, you know, we need money and stuff like that, but you can find different ways to look at things. You know, it's really all about perception, and it's really all about what you do with what's given to you. And I think that's a big lesson that you're learning right now and really throughout this year. We also have, what do you feel? You know, this is a major time of really trusting in your instincts. You know, this month there could be something that you're trying to make a decision on. Once again, that Pisces 11th house, you know, if you're dealing with other people or, you know, groups of people or something like that, or networking, really go based off of what you feel rather than what you know. I think you need to start trusting yourself more, Taurus. Speaking of which, the next card is to trust yourself. This is a time to trust yourself. These urges that you're feeling with Uranus in your sign to do something eccentric, different, original, to break out of something that's been holding you back, to break out of some oppressive life that maybe you've been living. You know, this is a time to trust yourself. You're feeling those instinctive urges for a reason, so do it. We also have the perfection of your life. Look, no matter what choice you make, it's the right choice. Because even if shit freaking blows up from it, if shit ends up turning into chaos from it, guess what? That's what was supposed to happen, or else it wouldn't have happened, right? And you get to learn something from it. You get to find the beauty in it later on. You get to grow tremendously. So looking at your life as it's perfectly unperfect, like it's just exactly the way that it's supposed to be, Taurus. These things can really help you. It's us humans that want to make things good or bad, right or wrong, you know, ugly or pretty, or, you know, that we want to judge things. But like, really, the thing is just a thing. The event is just an event. Words are just words. People are just people, right? And so when we kind of look at it through that lens and we see, like, not everything needs to be perfect, not everything needs to be a certain way. And that's what you're really like learning right now with Uranus in your sign. So for your tarot cards, we have the Eight of Cups. Very interesting here. I feel like this first part of the month, there could be something that, once again, there's this energy of like too good to be true, and that's kind of what I'm getting from this card right now. You could be walking away from something. I do see for some of you an authority figure, or a company or a career, a job, something, or even possibly family for some of you that seems very unfair, unjust right now. It seems like no matter what you do, you're just kind of, like I said, hitting that brick wall. You're just kind of getting turned away or having to just ignore it or repress it. And this month you're kind of emotionally done with that. You're kind of emotionally done. And once again, we have the Ace of Wands. Well, not once again, but the message of these two cards is once again. But we have the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. You are being driven to go for what you've always wanted in this world. You are being driven to go after the future that you fucking want, okay? And stop settling for something that you don't, right? You are being driven to lay the foundation, to leave some kind of legacy behind. That's what the Ten of Pentacles really stands for, you know, leaving some kind of legacy for other generations to enjoy. And so this month could be the start of where you finally get the inspiration to go after something that you want if something else doesn't work out, or if something else feels very oppressive or unfair or unjust and doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere with it. Yeah, you've put a lot of expectation into it. You've put a lot of your emotions into it, but now it's time to move on. Now, for some of you, this could be an actual person. It could be a relationship or something as well. But really, I feel like this is more so a life that you've been living that has not somewhere along the line aligned with you in some way. Some kind of truth is coming out about certain connections or people in your life or certain situations in your life, Taurus, this month, and you need to pay attention and you need to trust yourself and trust your feelings on the situations because they're there for a reason, okay? So hopefully that ends up resonating with you, Taurus. Definitely let me know down below what you thought, and feel free to come back and watch this again throughout the month if you need to, or each week to kind of keep up with what's going on that week and all of that, or even take notes on the dates if you'd like, if that would help you more. Yeah, thank you guys so much, Taurus. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my other videos. Bye.